I'm privileged in being the first master wine of the Balkans and of Greece, of course. I have been trying a lot and for many years to get it. It took me 7 years to pass the exam, but it was difficult, and that's why I wanted to do it. If it was easy, no one would like to do it or wouldn't mean a thing. But I have to say that from 2002, when I got my MW, and thereafter, it has been a crazy life, but a very enjoyable life. Getting the MW changed a lot the way people were approaching me, opened enormous opportunities for me, and my career was never the same. I'm delighted to be a part of this. I think that Greek wine market and Bulgarian market have a lot of common things. So it feels like home. I mean, it doesn't feel really different. It's the same story. More and more people are interested about wine. For the majority of people, wine is just another alcoholic beverage. Some people are willing to pay for wine, some people are not. Some people are dealing with wine because wine is in vogue, so they would look important and they would look high class, while they would love to enjoy a beer in the privacy of their house. So it's everything, more or less, that what we see in Greece. What I see here, I think, is that a number of people are getting into the wine as a part of the gastronomic experience. So it's not just about wine, it's about food and wine and going out into a nice restaurant and enjoying both a good bottle of wine and a nice course, nice food. And for me, this is good because I think that people can relate to that easier. Very few people can say, "Oh, I'm a wine aficionado," and I'll be thinking about wine, drinking wine just on its own, reading about wine. This is a bit unnatural. Wine is a beverage to be consumed mainly with food, and if people get close to wine as a part of a, as I said, gastronomic experience, it's only a good thing. I think that Bulgarian people know more things about Greek wines than Greek people know about Bulgarian wines. This is mainly because a huge number of Bulgarian people are traveling to Greece for their summer holidays, so they will drink Greek wine, they will enjoy Greek wine while in Greece. I don't think that Greece has touched the potential. There is still a lot of development that can take place in Bulgarian market, and I think that in the near future more and more Greek wineries will be willing to invest in promoting their wines in Bulgaria. This is something that it's very common, like Greek wine being the worst enemy of itself. I think that this is the case in many old world countries that made huge steps ahead, but then they were not communicating these changes in the correct way. So you start talking about Greek wines and everyone thinks about Retsina. You start talking about Bulgarian wines and everyone thinks about €3 Merlot sold in supermarket in Germany. You talk about Hungary, and Hungary has a very important appellation, Tokaj, one of the best and most expensive wines in the world. and still most of the people will think about bull's blood, again, sold in supermarkets for €4 or €3 a bottle. So this is a problem with many people, many countries, and it is down to us to go out and reach out these consumers. I think it's all about heritage, and it's all about potential that can be lost at any given point. You go to Santorini and you think, and you talk to old people, and they say that a century ago people were coming up with about 80 different grape varieties in Santorini, and then now people in Santorini talk about 3 or 4 or 5 grape varieties. We know that there is a plant of that variety in that vineyard in Santorini, or maybe there is a very small vineyard of 20 plants from the other grape variety in Santorini. Some people believe that maybe if we go and search every single plant in Santorini, we might come up with maybe 40 grape varieties. What happened to the rest? And how good the rest could be? And this is all gone. This is never going to come back. You know, there could be one grape variety out of the 40 lost that could be twice as good as Assyrtiko, 4 times as good as Riesling. So why lost it? I had some great Mavrudis in Bulgaria. I think I am a bit more excited about Melnik. Then it's down to the producers, and it's about finding out whether what we know of Mavrudi now is the best Mavrudi that can be. As I explained in the masterclass, you had Sabatiano, and everyone was looking down to Sabatiano, saying it's a bad grape, because mainly it was associated with low quality Retsina, and because no one was paying any attention to making good quality Sabatiano. And then you have 5 people taking a closer look, making things in a whole different way, and making fantastic wines. If we think that all the people drinking wine out there are people that would like to spend 2 hours talking about the rare grape varieties, I think we are missing the point. Most people drink wine as a simple product, and it's very difficult to condemn these people and say that only the people that have a high involvement with wine have a right to drink wine. So yes, we have some people getting tired of the Cabernets and the Merlots around the world and getting to more interesting rare grape varieties, but still I do believe that Cabernet and Chardonnay is a big part of the global wine trade. That's the idea of the Balkan International Wine Competition, is that we are a lot of different countries, a lot of things in common, one of which is the huge diversity within the wines produced. Therefore, I think that it's a great opportunity to try to promote this on a larger scale, and united we stand. I was very happy to organize the first ever official visit of the Institute of Masters of Wine in Greece. The interprofessional Vine and Wine organization in Greece helped a lot, not a lot, did the whole thing because there were money that could be used to promoting Greek wines in export markets, and that was made possible also with the valuable help of the Greek export organization. The trip went amazing. The MWs loved Greek wines, loved Greek people, loved Greece, and I don't see a reason for not making this event as a turning point into how people out there view Greek wines. You should do the same thing in Bulgaria.